So welcome to the last session before lunch. So hands of applause to Alex.
So hello, my name is Alex. I will be talking about MotionLayout today. So this is something pretty new. I mean, it's like 4 years or something. Just the first question first. What did you try it? Nobody? Okay, you on the back. Okay, good. So this is more like an introduction than a demo, so you will be perfectly fine. A few words with myself. So this is my full name. Just go with Alex, it's fine. I'm working for Xebia, that has become Publicis Sapient, and I am from Paris. So, yeah. Just a few links there. If you want to find the project, so this is on GitHub, and I write a few articles about it, so if you want to catch up, you can have the Medium link. I will have that in the back at the end. Okay, so I was excited about Jetpack Compose and get rid of XMLs. Nobody? Many? Well, I should warn you, there's many XML coming, almost few cutting, but a lot of XMLs. Okay, so first thing, so MotionLayout just helps you to create an animations between two layouts. Basically, we have this first one, which we have the donut logo on the left, and we have the second one, which is on the right. And so it will help you to have just the transition between these two, and you can trigger the transitions with many things. That for the keyboard. Yes. So MotionLayout is now in beta 2, last time I checked. This changes every month, so it's updated. And it's part of Constant Layout, so you just have to import that and that, right? So yes, MotionLayout extend Constant Layout, so this is just, yeah, you use it like Constant Layout with more attributes. So I will give you an idea of that. So I will switch to my IDE, that's better, a bit black here. So on the right you have the animations, and on the left you have the code included. So as I said, you create a constant layout that is a MotionLayout now. That gives you a few extra attributes, that is a scene there. So in this scene file, we're gonna describe all the changes we want to. And so this thing there is just for debugging, so it's only to show some path. And so, yeah, that dot you see in the red. This is very simple, you just have an image view in it. Okay, so this scene file, it's look like something. Click on it. Yeah. So it's look like a second XML file. The first thing you have to is to describe a start state, and an end state. And then in those two parts, just link in the bottom, so this is the start one. You actually describe a constraint for the specific state. So, for example, this one is, start, so it's on the left. And the second one in an end, so it's on the right. And so when I swipe to left to right, I've got this wonderful animations. I can play with many things, and so the next one is about changing a few attributes. I can make it bigger, so if I go with that one, I can change the size of my image, and so the size gets bigger at the end. So you can do this pretty straightforward, but yeah. So a new thing that I can do is actually curving the path of the animation that I've got. So for this you have all the start and end state that we already show. You already seen that, doesn't change. But you can have a keyframe sets with the positions. So the frame positions there is like, it's on the middle, so like 50%. And then I want to change the horizontal axis to say that I want to be on the first quarter. So like 0.25. It's give you these wonderful motions. and helps you to actually get getting more complex a bit. Another thing I can do is actually change the scale in the middle. So if I use this, yeah, so everything else is the same, but instead of actually changing the y-axis, I can change the size of it, so I double it. Pretty simple, but it's just, yeah, up to you to squeeze it. Now I can just add some rotations. So for honeycomb, yeah, everything remains a bit the same, but I can have with rotations, as I manage to 45, and just move a little. Yeah, because that's pretty basic, but it's help you to actually give it a bit. A new thing that I can do is actually changing attributes for the image view that I have. So this is the background color of the image view of the logo you have, and so I can change it to brown to green. So yeah, so this refers to the layouts in the file, and that's it for this one. Yes, sorry. I can change the image. So for changing the image, I need to change a little. So this is not an image view. This is an image filter view. So two things that allow you is this alt sources that can be a second image if you want to include it on it, and then you just yes, you use the crossfade attribute name to change it to 0 to 1, and that gives you more value that and this is smooth transitions with the image. So, I can also play with the saturation for the image. So just for example, so I can get to 0 to 1. And so the image is black and white and become colorful at the end. I can make some complex things with the path. So yeah. Yeah, that one. So yeah. So you have 3 different states there. You have the first one and the last one that I'll already show. For this one, I have the first, so this corresponds on these dots, the 25 one. So this is the first dot on the top. The second one is on the middle, and the third one is on the last quarter. The only thing I want to show there is the start vertical and start horizontal. So it's getting you to actually give a direction to the path. So if you want to start vertical as the first one, you actually go very down. And if you want to start horizontal, the path will start like very horizontal. Yeah, self-explanatory, but yeah. So yeah. Back to some slides. Yeah, so that was very basic, but what can I do with it? Can I create some more complex things? Well, the good thing with this is you can actually connect it to existing components, so as coordinates or layouts, view pages, and drawers. So you can create some crazy things that I will explain to you in a moment, like this. So you can create rotations, changing colors, everything that coming in. Yeah, sometimes crazy rotations, but yeah, it's time. So let's have a look at this. So for the secret presentations, I will not show the complete XML, so you should keep in mind that I will only show you the header of the pages. So can I get, yeah, this. So this is my header for what you're seeing there. So for Marshmallow, very basic. I have a background and I have a droid. Pretty simple. The thing I need to do is actually to create a custom view right here that extends MotionLayout, and with this the classic custom view, I just have to update the progress according to the score that you can see there. So with the scope range, and so in that way I can transfer the progress of the score to actually the motion itself. And if I show you the XML for the scene to this, yes, it's pretty basic. The right one, yeah, it's the right one. So it's yeah, it's end of start, so it's meant like this one is outside on the left for my end state, and well, it's on the middle because I have two constraints on the right and on the left. So yeah, pretty basic, but you can give some opinion on buttons and some crazy things with some headers. Next, view pages. So for these view pages, I very like the other one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's look like the same with background view and with a droid as well. But for now, I have this custom view page editor. Now I will link the progress as well to the MotionLayout. So the progress is there. I just have basic multiplication, basic divisions and additions, and so yeah, you can actually measure the progress with this. Yeah, pretty easy. And what the scene for this? I don't know if it's very complicated. Yeah, I have, so that is the middle positions that you got there. The background should be green, while the front position is on the middle of the screen. The start one is the classic, that color is white and it's on the bottom. And well, the end one is on the right with the color brown. Just not so complicated now, but yeah. And then I can do something with a drawer. So for this drawer, I will have to show you a little. Yeah, so well, the drawer is a bit complicated because I have a text and I have an image and I have a view at the end. And so I need to actually create a custom layout as well. That is actually getting the progress from the drawer and just display it. My scene for this look like so it's a pretty big file because it's coming there's many elements in it, so it's going a bit crazy. But so I have the text. The text actually I change the color. So at the beginning it's white. For the image, don't do so much anything. No, I can do so much anything. And for the square, it's actually it's white from the beginning, and then after that is it's a bit small on the 8, so the 8 changed. I have to move to the back of my file. So I do that for every 8 times. So it could be a little messy after all. And so that is so I make a full run of my image right there with rotations. I change the color of the view, so the square view, and I just move a little back on the right. So you see that is actually going to change. So that's it for the drawer. The next thing I want to show you is I can move the thing around and actually connect a SIG bar to the progression of my motion layout. So so for this I just have to get back my motion layout and add a listener to it. And so I will pass the progressions of my motion layout to the SIG bar, and that synchronized like this. I can make a toast on the start transitions, that at the end, so completed, and on the start, that is this one. So yeah, you can move things across if you want to. Yeah. Back to some slide. I hope everybody get not lost too much. There's a new thing that is coming that is called key cycle. So it is a bit hard to get into, and so just coming to since Google I/O, I think. So yeah. So I picked the official documentations. That is not very clear, I think, but it's control selections with respect to the position of the bus layer properties during action. So that's, yeah, I will show you an example that would be better. So technically what does it do? Well, it helps you create some patterns that you want to repeat it. So if I open the file, yeah, you will get it. So basically I have a seamless flow going in. So you need to declare three things there. That is the beginning, that is the end, that is the middle, and that is the start. And you say that the pattern is sync because sinusoid, and it helps you to actually draw some curve like this. The beauty of this is, well, you can tweak a thing, so I will show you a tool after that. You can change the effect, so that is a bounce effect, technically. Just I'll show you. Yeah, so I can change the effect and I have a bounce thing that's coming in. I can repeat the pattern if I want to. Yes, so I can make a triangle and repeat it twice, so it goes up. Okay, so, but yeah, that's fun, but how I can use it? Well, you can connect it to actually something that is already existing. So for key cycle, just make it bounce 5 times before it's going to skip this. Well, the animation is not really clear on the board, but it actually bounced like this and land. So how I do this, it's like yeah. And this is the same for this. Yeah. So yeah, I bounce 5 times, and you can control actually the 8 of the bounce like this. So it's minus 15 degrees to help you to adjust the height of the bounce. Right, that's all for example. Now I'm going to continue with some limitations. Well, it's not so much limitations. I heard that some people have some trouble with performance. But the way to mitigate it is to actually change the FPS, but I didn't find any example on the internet of this. But the thing I want to show you is the tooling limitations. What I'm trying to show there is, well, this is not what is in Simplify, because, well, it's a bit complicated there. It should be on the middle, but you start. Well, the thing you see there is an interpretation of the 2 files, so it's pretty hard to get actually what's going on. And so the tooling it's not so ready, but the showcase that at Google, well, working on the tool for us, integrated with Android Studio, that could be definitely better, and so help you to get to know where everything goes. But they have the tools that's ready for key cycle. Sorry about that. That's just still working. So it helps you actually to create every key cycle you want to, and show you an example. So you can actually start exploring this with this, and yeah. So what are you seeing there is that the first wave is actually the wave it's trying to get lower and lower as we move on. So yeah, the first one is 89, and the second point. So you have those 3 points there. So that represents the 3 points we have. And the last one is getting like very lower. You have many examples in that tool, so if you want to play with, here's probably this one. It's a bit tools to get in, but it's open source, like getting by John Crawford. It's give it to free, so you can explore it. And I don't know if I have something else crazy right there. Maybe this one. Yeah. So you can make so many effects. And it actually help you to create the key cycles you need in your file. So that could help. Basically. Should you use it? I hope yes. It's still in beta, so that means the API can change. So you should be modified your code when you upgrade. I've been there in that position that you have listeners coming in, coming out. So that was beta as that is. They said they don't have too many performance or security issues. So, but at work we may have an beta policy if you want. So I'm not using production for that, but for a side project, I think you should definitely go for it and try to learn it as soon as I can. I think it will change many things and help you actually to actually make many things happen at the same time because you can rotate and move and get bigger. So a lot of things. A few recommendations if you want to read. So, the first link is the article by Google that explains a lot of things about it. The second one is one I've written. It's what you just see. So, the code lab is, I think, I've read it. It's very good. It's basically the same thing step by step. So you create an example step by step. So I think it's a good way to start. The first link, it's GitHub, it's a repo that you can find all examples by Googlers. So this is very helpful to actually get your hands on the thing and get ready to actually move in. And the last one is my repo. You can find all the source codes that I've shown to you. Right, and I think that's it. This is all I've got for you. So we have like a lot of minutes for questions, I think. So thanks.
Questions?
Great presentation, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
It seemed, I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy making it?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
That's it.
So the question is a little different. It's more on the technical side. Previous animation tools that we had on Android framework, when you do some movimentation on the views, when you get the view position could be in the beginning, in the initial state, or in the end state. For example, if you use object animating, is it the same issues or the same thing that we need to consider using MotionLayout?
You have two states, the start one and the end one. So we have two callbacks that help us to actually get the start and the end state, so to know if the animation is completed or just started. Is that your questions?
More or less, it's more or less. It's regarding the coordinates of the view. Do they change according to the motion, or they change according to the scene that's being played, and you have the initial coordinates and the end coordinates?
I try to measure actually what happened in the view, so I don't have any solid answer to you proof facts, but I think you can measure it because it's still views, and so you have actually an idea what coordinate they are all the time, I think. But just double check, yeah.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Hi. It's a question following this question
Okay.
about coordinates and the life cycle of the views.
Oh.
If something happens in the middle, if the user leaves the app and come back, is there any specific thing you need to protect the animation or to continue after, or it's all automatic?
I didn't. Well, I didn't play too much to the 8Ks, but I think it's until it's not killed, you're still in the state you left. So if you actually move the thing and you come back, you will be in the end state if you play with. You should double check, but yes, I think that's right. I think. Well,
Any other questions?
The example with the drawer has a lot of coordinates. Is there a way to split the motion in several files?
No, but there is a way to actually, if you have the same animations, to repeat it, I think. You play too much.
With complex layouts.
With complex layout, it could be crazy, I think. Yeah, that is one of the trade-offs, and I probably think that the tools that are working on it should be helping that and to get clarity of this. Maybe it will generate XML that is worse than everything you see. So I don't know. This is one of the trade-offs. Yeah, you have everything in the same place, but it could be a mess. But yeah.
More questions?
Yeah, I think we have done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once again, thank you so much. Hands of applause, please. And now again, for the second best part of the event, lunch. You know, the lunch will be at the same place as yesterday. So, and the truck one already went. You can run.